For 2017, this is RPG a Day.
Today is day 3 of RPG a Day for the year 2017. And today's question is, how do you learn about new role-playing games? How do you find out about new role-playing games? In general, where do you go to for information about your RPGs? For me, this has evolved a little bit. I mean, I think the very first place I started learning about our other RPGs, other than from the people I was playing with, who had heard tell of other games, all pre-internet and pre-personal mobility, with no game store in the town that I was in, was in Dragon. When I saw my very first Dragon magazine way, way, way back, and saw these very many ads for very different games, I was a little surprised and jealous, and hoping to be able to try these games someday. I don't think the majority of those ads I've ever gotten a chance to play the games that they were pushing, but I've gotten to play a few others. These days, I think it would be divided between notifications through the publishers themselves. I make an effort to, when I find a new publisher, to see if they have a forum, and maybe make an account in the forum, and that way you'll be notified of updates if the company does something or when they do something. Kickstarter, I participate in. Used to be a lot. These days it's very specific things that I'll want to back, and so once you've backed a Kickstarter from a company, you tend to hear about new things that they do, and then you can get into the backer updates to get all the exhaustive detail that you might like about the system before deciding if you want to be involved in it or not, which I like. And then the third place would be drive-through RPG / RPG Now / One Bookshelf. That central clearinghouse of games in PDF form is really useful for me, and a lot of publishers make use of it, and you can fine-tune your settings about how you'll get information, how often you'll get information, and whose information you'll get. So I like that quite a bit. It keeps me up to date with new developments, and the wish list option is nice, although now my wish list option is longer than my arm. But there you have it. So I guess my preferred method is, I guess in order, it would be something like Drive-Thru RPG, where they have a bunch of sales and promotions, and they have a newsletter that goes out that talks about a number of new releases, and you can find out about new releases and new companies that way. And then once I find out about a new company, then I'll go to their website and connect in some way if I like what they're doing. And then the third thing would be Kickstarter, for kind of ongoing relationships with companies who use crowdfunding, and because Kickstarter themselves will notify you about things in the areas where you tend to back projects. And that's it. Very simple answer for today. That's really how I find out about things. But if you were listening carefully at the beginning of my answer, it used to be that I would hear about games from friends. But here, living in Korea, I tend to be the guy that knows about new games. So that's one thing I definitely miss about where I came from. We were all into games. We had an overlap of games that we all enjoyed together, and then each of us had games that we played with other people, and that was a great way to find out about new things. Maybe the most fun and best way, because then, of course, you can connect and actually get those games on the table. Kind of a one-stop shopping kind of thing. Hey, have you heard about the new game from FASA? And you go, oh no, what is it? And, well, come on over, we're going to play it on Thursday night. I miss that more than I can say. But the alternatives that I've found for my online information service on new games and gaming development, well, that serves me pretty well too. See you tomorrow, day 4.
RPG a Day has a new question every day for the month of August. Want the questions? Visit our Facebook page or CastingShadowsBlog.com.